Hey everybody, welcome back to my layout. This will be the layout update for July 2016. I got a few new freight cars to show you guys, as well as some progress I've made on my layout. So let's get started. So I got a few new freight cars over the last month. The first one I got was the one I've been looking for a while. Is this? This is an Intermountain Pullman Standard 4750 3-bay hopper in this Lapey Rouse Grain Corp paint scheme. And I've been looking for one of these for a while because I've seen a few of these on CN and they're heavily weathered and they look awesome, and I really wanted to try one. So finally found one of these. It's I think it's one of the Intermountain's newer releases, but it's a great looking car. So this is another one I've been looking for a while. This is the same car, Pullman Standard 4750. This one is MNS, Minneapolis, Northfield, and Southern. And same reason, I've been looking for one because I've seen quite a few of these on both CN and CP in the last few years, and they are just heavily weathered and they look awesome. I got a couple pictures here I'll show you. A really unique looking car, and I thought it'd be cool to try and weather it up like how one looks nowadays. And the artwork on these cars is just beautiful. Intermountain they do a really nice job with their printing and getting all the lettering and everything correct. It looks great. Really nice looking car by Intermountain. So I got to keep going on my layout and get my airbrush booth up and running so I can start doing some of this weathering that I'd like to try. So in addition to those two grain cars, I also found one of these hydrochloric acid tank cars that I've been looking for a while. And this came out in the Athearn Ready to Run series. These are the RTC 20K acid tank car. And I believe that this used to be an Athearn Genesis car, and then they just retooled it without the roller bearing trucks, and this with the normal Athearn Ready to Run trucks. And it's a great looking car. I mean, it's got all the detail on it that the Genesis model had, just doesn't have the moving roller bearings. But you can see it's got lots of fine printing and detail on it. Really nice looking car. And this rod along the side there, it's arrow straight, which is for me it's really important because it looks super goofy if those are warped in any way or not straight. But really sharp looking tank car. And the reason I got this one is my Fremo module is based on an industry that takes hydrochloric acid, so it's just a little bit more variety. I have some white. The only ones I have are all white 20,000 gallon tank cars, so this one with the brown stripe kind of adds a little variety for when I'm switching my Fremo module. And the other cars I got, these were the main reason that I put another order in, was to get a few of these BLMA. These are the Trinity 5650. So these just recently came out. I've been looking forward to seeing these from BLMA for a while. Really awesome modern car, huge car. You see them up here every once in a while. Not usually too many in a block, usually just like 1 to 3 cars, but still really cool when you see them. They got a lot of interesting detail on them, and BLMA did a really nice job on these cars. You can see that slack adjuster is pretty cool there, and it's got the Trinity logo. A lot of discharge piping details. Beautifully done. There's only a couple things I noticed that I kind of wasn't happy about. Whatever this sticker is here, it's the the printing end up looking like it's smeared on it, and it's like that on all the cars. And one other thing too, a friend of mine pointed it out. So on these roof walks up top, apparently the rumor is that Atlas tinkered with the car before they released it, because we all know BLMA was bought by Atlas, and apparently they meddled with the car before it came out and changed the way these roof walks were. So you can see there's a gap between the spacing of the supports for the roof walk and the grating. So it's kind of just a couple little issues, not the big deal. Overall, these are really nice cars, but I think it's sad that BLMA will not be producing cars any longer. It'll be Atlas, and I don't think we're going to see the quality that we've seen from BLMA in the future, if this is any indication. So I ended up just getting the just the plain gray road numbers that have the modern striping on them. Really cool cars, and they're going to look great on my manifest trains, because it's usually where I see them when they come up this way. So that's all the new rolling stock I got in over the last month. You can see in the background there I've been making some progress on the benchwork of my layout. So let's have a look at that, and I'll show you what I've got done so far. So we had the little ceremony here, July 1st, Canada Day. I got the first piece of benchwork put up, and it was kind of I ended up redoing the support on this one, but the joist was actually the very first piece. So I did a couple tests building these cantilevers. This is kind of working off what Pel Solberg does in his books. He uses 1x2 lumber, and I was really leery about using 1x2 because it's so small compared to what I built my last layout out of, which was 2x4 and really thick 3/4 inch plywood, which I think now was a mistake. And since I've been working with the 1x2, I don't think I'd go back. And I'll show you why. So what I ended up doing was, so this is a 2-foot joist, and most of the layout is 2 feet of thick, 2 feet wide benchwork. This is a 4-inch metal angle here, and I had a whole bunch of these. I had about 40 of these left over from my old layout that I salvaged before I threw it all out. These on the old layout held the fascia in place, but I figured I might as well reuse them because they're free. I've already paid for them. So this is what I used to attach the joist to the stud in the wall. And then I did a couple tests on how long this piece should be to give enough support at the edge of the cantilever here. And I found that so if this is 23, just about 24 inches long, this should be 20 inches, and it's got a 60-degree angle here and 30 here, and that makes it fairly easy to mass produce them. And then I just started repeating that over and over again, and all the cantilevers on the layout will be like this. So that's what my open grid benchworks ends up looking like, guys. There's not much to it. It's all 1x2, and I just keep doing it the same thing over and over again. The studs in the walls down here in the basement are 2-foot centers, so that's why I just put a cantilever every 2 feet, and then at the end I strap it with an 8-foot along the top there, like that. So once here's this section is one of the first ones I finished. So now that this is done, it's waiting till I get some more benchwork done. But once I finally start laying the road bed, I'll simply put a riser in the middle or wherever the track's going to be. That will come up to the rail height, which will be around 53-54 inches here on the CN side. And then 5/8 MDF will go on top of that, and then so it'll be quite a bit higher than where the bottom of the joists are. And then the rest of that will get filled in with foam and just scenery material to fill in the gaps. So it's pretty much exactly like how Pel Solberg builds his benchwork. So I've also started to put some kind of motivational pictures on the wall. They're all pictures of locations that I'm going to be modeling along this. So this is the CN side. Now these are the crossovers at English, just east of Jasper. And it's kind of hard to see because it's bright down here right now, but the laser line there on the wall, that is the rail height on the CN side. So you can see as we go along, the benchwork drops and rises according to the location I'm modeling and how deep the scenery needs to be. So you can see over there it drops down quite low. It's a little bit easier to see it over on this side. You can see the joist drop down quite low there compared to where the laser line is on the wall. That's the track height. And that's because that section where the joists are really low, that's a seam that's really deep. It's milepost 233 on the Edson sub, and the track drops like 100, maybe 150 feet down to the highway on one side. There's quite a sharp bank, so I'm going to try and capture as much of that as I can. So then in that case, the joists have to be quite low. So on this side, I've got about, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 feet of benchwork complete. Still have to do over there where the chair and the freezer is. That's kind of where I'm at right now. That's the CN side, and I'll show you what I've got done over on the CP side. So same deal on the CP side. I've got quite a bit done on this side. There's probably another 40 or 50 feet of these joists installed, and you can see in the distance there where they drop down to allow for deeper scenery. That section, that is a car overpass. So the scenery will drop down to allow the scene of the cars driving under the tracks there at that point. So this section, this is pretty much, will be mostly Lake Louise on this wall, on the CP side. And I just want to show you, this is how handy this laser level has been. It's probably one of the best tools I've ever bought for building, for modeling purposes. It's so handy for laying the bench work, because I don't even carry a measuring tape or a level with me when I'm doing these joists, because I found there was no point in using the level, because I could just eyeball it using the laser. And you can see there, those three where the laser's all on the bottom there, those joists are all at the same height. And when you use the self-leveling laser like I have, they're just like flawless. When you look down the line, they're all in the exact same spot. And that way you're not measuring from the concrete, and which can vary, and you'll end up with varying height in your bench work. So that laser level has been invaluable. So looking down the CP side, this is Lake Louise. There's you can see on the wall there, that's the car overpass. Same deal as the CN, except the track work on the CP side is going to be around 48 inches. And I was all worried that the 1x2 bench work wasn't going to be strong enough, wasn't going to be rigid enough, but once I got finished this corner piece here on the CN side, and once they're all connected, they'll all be similar to this, but I can lift myself up on this piece here. So once I did that a couple times and put any kind of fears I had aside that my bench work would be not strong enough using the 1x2s, once you join them all together, it's amazingly strong and rigid. There's no way I'm gonna have any issues with that. The single joists on their own, you can, when you just kind of try lifting yourself on one of those, you can't, because they're not strong enough yet. But once you brace them side to side, they are really strong. So same as the CN side, I started putting up some pictures just kind of keep me motivated, and also illustrate where the different locations will be on the layout that I'm modeling. So you can see there, that's the Lake Louise Drive overpass there on the left, and the bridge over the Pipestone River just a little bit further down the line, which are both prototypical locations that I'll be modeling on CP. So of course, over here on the CP side, I've also got a little bit of space, and my son's got his layout set up down here, so he'll come down and help me while I'm working, and it's awesome having him down here. So he's got his wooden railway that he's working on here, and he'll come and do his thing while I'm building benchwork in the background. So that works out awesome as well. And my wife doesn't mind it one bit when he's down here helping me. So that'll wrap up this layout update, guys. This is everything that I've kind of got done over the last month. We're going on holidays here, so work on the layout's probably going to slow down a bit, but still try to get a little bit done every day if I can. And there's a lot of work to do, but you do it in little bits at a time, and things start to take shape. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you're having a good summer. We'll see you next time.